Welcome to Hello India of IVTNL. These days, there's a lot of farmers' protest is going on in India against so many bills created by the central government. It is most unfortunate that opposition parties and the opportunist leaders are taking it as an advantage to mislead the farmers. Any law which is outdated more than so many years, more than a decade or 2 decades or 3 decades, it has to be reinvented to meet the expectation of the current trend and the new generation. Accordingly, the central government has came out with many laws that would be beneficial for the farmers, because these laws are going to eliminate middlemen who used to exploit the farmers, because farmers were getting very less money. At the same time, the product was sold in different cities were at much higher rate, and the middlemen used to become rich, whereas the farmers were always remained poor. This state of the farmers, the destiny of the farmers, Indian farmers, has to be changed today or tomorrow. So it is better, it will be improved today. So these steps have to be taken, and the government has initiated such a step. However, the people who lived as a parasite and the middlemen who used to exploit the farmers and became rich, at least they are more rich than the farmers themselves. In such a situation, when their existence of these middlemen become a threat, they manipulated, they misguided these farmers and brought them into the street and running the strike. Why? Because most of these farmers are illiterates. They cannot read, write. Most probably they don't have to do that work, because these days farming is a very labor intensive sector. You should be morning to evening, you have something or other things to do. You have to plant somewhere, you have to bring sapling, you have to bring manure, you have to find out the time for weeding, you have to find out pump water, divert water. There are so many paraphernalia. It is a very tedious and messy job in today's world. Because of this, so a lot of farmers have shifted from farming to in search of other jobs, and they started going to the cities. When they are unable to find a job that would support their family, they started creating unions, and they started creating a strike, and they started being misled by many people. At the same time, the opposition parties and the leaders who lost their importance in the Indian politics and in front of India and the eyes of Indian voters have to find a way out, because most of them are in the middle of their career, and they won't be able to find out any job that would feed them. Minimum facility is a feeding, house, and the facilities. Now the political leader means the person who has got a beacon car, that is the dream, black cat, security, even though the millions of the citizens are sleeping in the roadside starving. They don't care about it. They are not unable to care about it. That's a culture has been cultivated for the last 7 decades, ever since the Britishers left. So now what is the solution? Solution is that most of the political leaders trying to mislead and take opportunities to instigate violence in the street, bring the people into the street, misleading them, and halt India's progress to the next level. And the last entrant into this political drama is Yogendra Yadav. a political leader who doesn't have any grip in the mass level. First of all, he was in the AAP. From the AAP, he was thrown out because he revolted against Arvind Kejriwal. Finally, he became a ghost in the political circle. The person who doesn't have any base other than some school children and the college going children who was being misled, who came from the village and want to get some president secretary post. After that, he created his own political party. Now that political party he is using to support this farmers strike. Before that, he was also actively participated and instigated violence in the CAA strike in the street. So what is objective? Objective is that the people who want to rediscover themselves in the Indian political system and Indian political mainstream, where they already lost the importance and people started following the present leadership of India. In such a context, how we will be able to solve this problem is not the question. The question is that how we can control these opportunity political leaders are using these innocent people and trying to use them for the mileage of their political career. That should be treated as a crime. And such a people should not be allowed to work in the public platforms. They should be banned because they don't have any objective of a growth or welfare of the farmers, welfare of the people, welfare of the nation, welfare of anything else. They have only one objective: be relevant in the Indian politics. That is dangerous. Why? Because they can mislead people and harm the entire nation. And most of the people who are landing in their hands are the innocent people and illiterate people who doesn't have any knowledge or reading or any thinking beyond a level. Such a people are becoming the Indian, and finally they land in the jail, they ruin their life, they ruin their property, they ruin their family. So people like Yogendra Yadav, once upon a time there was another guy came out, Kainia Kumar, he is not getting any vote. He doesn't know what he is existing for. So the attention seeking syndrome, ASS, is the psychological issue we are facing as a challenge against a nation. This is dangerous psychological problem, attention seeking syndrome. This syndrome has been utilized by the invaders, Bible, Quran and the Communist Manifesto, for getting the grip in the India as a nation. And they are trying to exploit it. Because they want to get a grip in this nation, they want to establish themselves, their institutional interest to be protected. For which India as a nation should be very weak. As much as weak it is, that much beneficial for the Bible, Quran and the Communist Manifesto, which are the invaders. And these people are using the poor and the lower caste Hindus. And that is the threat we are facing. Not the China or not the Pakistan. India's real enemies are inside India, not outside India. Okay. The time has come. The people should find a solution to prevent these elements misusing the citizens and the people and misleading them and ruining the public system, law and order problem, creating law and order problem and everything. And with this, we are ending this week's Hello India program of IVTNN. Thank you for watching IVTNN, sir.